We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Baguio City has been spared from destruction following the magnitude 7 earthquake that struck parts of Luzon, based on reports to Mayor Benjamin Magalong. The mayor said the city incurred no injuries or serious damage to infrastructure. City engineers are inspecting structures for earthquake damage. Meantime, classes and work in the entire city have been suspended following the quake. Magalong advised residents not to panic and assured that there is enough food supply in the city. Magalong said it was surprising that Baguio was not hit as hard as compared to the magnitude 7.7 earthquake that ravaged the city in 1990. Another strong earthquake struck Abra hours after the magnitude 7 quake that shook the province and other parts of Luzon. The magnitude 5.4 aftershock struck 4 kilometers southwest of Bucay town at 3:48 p.m. The quake was felt in Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Baguio City, and Cagayan province. Undersecretary Renato Solidum, director of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLC, said the earthquake was an aftershock from the stronger quake this morning. No damage or further aftershocks are expected. As of 4 p.m., PHIVOLC has recorded 283 aftershocks following the previous magnitude 7 quake. The Department of Education and Commission on Higher Education has assured the public that they are closely monitoring the situation of schools in areas affected by the magnitude 7 earthquake that struck Abra. Education spokesperson Michael Poa said the DepEd is validating reports from the regional offices, particularly on the damage on schools in Abra and Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. He noted that the DepEd has proposed to have an additional 4 billion peso budget for the Quick Response Fund to be allocated in the recovery of schools damaged by natural calamities. Likewise, CHED Chairperson Prospero de Vera III confirmed they are in close coordination with affected regional heads and higher education institutions. Meanwhile, the Office of the Vice President said they will wait for the results of assessments to initiate relief operations in the affected areas. Meanwhile, several lawmakers are calling for the immediate passage of the law creating the Department of Disaster Resilience. Senator J.V. Ejercito recently filed Senate Bill 756, which seeks to create an agency. He said the country's vulnerability to natural disasters calls for a full-fledged department dedicated to disaster preparedness, response, and management. Another version of the bill was filed by Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, requiring all local government units to have an evacuation center. Senator Robin Hood Padilla, meanwhile, said the quake was a wake-up call to strengthen the country's local disaster resilience mechanism, especially at the local level. He said the government should strengthen first the regional disaster response, provide them with enough funding, and allow them to make decisions because they are the ones most familiar with their areas of responsibility. Senator Ramon Revilla Jr. urges the Department of Public Works and Highways to immediately deploy personnel in the areas affected by the earthquake. He said the DPWH must ensure that every structure is safe. Senator Jinggoy Estrada, on the other hand, is calling on the NDRRMC to coordinate and mobilize resources to immediately ascertain the extent of damage caused by the magnitude 7 earthquake. He also called on everyone to stay calm and give way to authorities who would provide help and restore the affected areas. Northern Mindanao is now poised to become a diving destination for tourists as the Department of Tourism launches the region's first ever dive festival. Jan Albert Arana has the story.
Further boosting the tourism industry in Northern Mindanao, the Department of Tourism Region 10 launched the first ever Northern Mindanao Dive Festival in Hingoog City, Misamis Oriental, July 22, to showcase the beautiful underwater dive sites.
Part of this dive festival is an underwater cleanup, which we will be doing today, both onshore and underwater. And then we also have a photography contest for Misamis Oriental that will run in September. It will be a shootout, a 3-day shootout, where we will be inviting photographers from all over the Philippines.
The city government of Hingoog is thankful for the program launched by DOT for it will help their dive tourism industry be promoted not just in the region but also nationwide. With the start of the Dive Festival, DOT-10 invites all tourists to come to Northern Mindanao to experience the dive site of the area and feel the limitless adventure in the region. For PNA Newsroom, John Albert Aranya, Philippine Information Agency, Region 10.
And that's the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA Newsroom. I am William Theo. Good day, everyone.